comments. It says Biden appears to forget name of Celtics and reveals Secret Service code name during team's White House visit.
What's the Secret Service code name? Do they tell us?
Oh, actually, I should read further. That's interesting. I'll try to get back to you in a minute.
Yeah,
Celtic. It is Celtic. Oh my God, his code name is Celtic.
I didn't expect that.
I can't remember what Trump's was.
Eagle One or something like that.
I think Trump's might be Eagle or something like that. Like I think I think once you I think maybe he's got it and now Biden can't have it back. Like I think he's the Eagle. I can't remember what I remember they saying his code name during the whole shooting. Like it came up, like maybe you heard someone say it, like Eagle is safe or something like that, or something like that. Man, it seems like that was forever ago when he got shot. That's so wild.
Yeah.
And I still don't know if he really got shot by the bullet. I'm not one of those people who wants it to be one way or the other. But there's just reality, like whatever reality is. But the whole thing is that one shot when you can see the bullet in air though is the money shot to me. That's the golden shot.
Amazing shot, but that bullet didn't look lined up to hit his ear. Like I always thought that was maybe not the one that hit him or something. Yeah.
It was a different bullet. Yeah, it wasn't the one that hit him in the ear or even when his head was turned. It was one of the secondary or third area. one of the latest shots. Yeah. But him catching that that thing in midair is wild.
Yeah. I'm not calling it Photoshop, but the first time I saw it, it was like an hour after the shooting, and I was like, trust but verify, know, but it turned out to be true.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing like the whole inauguration process, the certification of the election when that happens on what I presume will be January 6th again. Maybe that's the day we do it every time. And it's a little awkward, that Kamala has to be the one to do it, right? She's the vice president. Isn't that the person who certifies the election?
So far, the Biden administration has handled this transition and lost really professionally. I expect more of the same. Well, of course. It didn't happen 4 years ago.
Well, but of course, the Biden administration has handled it as such.
Yeah. So I bet it's a non-event.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to do anything. I think she's going to be like, this is bullshit, but I'll do it, I guess. She's not going to do that. She's going to be professional as fuck. What was going to happen if she won, though? Who was going to take her? Was she going to certify herself?
Yes, that is how it would work,
right? That's my guess.
In that case, she would have made a little cutesy remark. She'd be like, you know what? I think I'll certify myself. Sure. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
She might have.
I don't know.
Ultimate Shyamalan twist. No. I'm really not qualified for this, folks. Shuts it down.
I saw that some polling, like who Democrats want in the 2028. You want to take some guesses about who's number one?
I have a guess.
Actually,
number one is way ahead. I'll say that.
It's going to be Harris at the top because it's recency bias. But can you imagine a more useless poll?
Okay. The answer to that, no, not very useful. I hear you. But to Kyle's thing, I bet the Democrats want Jon Stewart.
Hold on. Can I give a list of what I think?
Yeah.
Harris at the top by a huge margin. There's no way it's not. And then Gavin Newsom, and then Bernie Sanders, and then, or no, it depends who's voting in this poll. No, but this is what people want. It's like what they're
old now.
Top two, if it's not Harris, Newsom, I will be bamboozled. I'll be shocked. Maybe number 3 would be Gretchen Whitmer. Number 4 would be
Shapiro's high. Buttigieg.
Shapiro. Number 5 would be Buttigieg. Tell me how close I got.
You're pretty close. Harris is way ahead of everybody. Everybody else is down in the 6s and the 4 percentile, and then down from there. Buttigieg was like 5th or 4th. He had like 5%, 4%, 6% chance. Like one of those.
Can you read them?
I don't have it like offhand, and I can't find the graph that. But the whole point is like Harris is like 45%, and everybody else is 5 or 6%. Like
that's surprising to me. So, I'm not denying it. I'm just saying, usually when someone loses an election, they get dogged on. They act like they're the biggest loser ever. Al Gore, Dukakis, Mondale, I don't know, John Kerry, like the people that come in second place in the presidential election.
Trump.
They act like they're total losers. Even Trump was very unpopular at first, like shortly after his loss. And it seemed like the party wanted to move on. It helped me lose some money on that bet. But but I guess with Kamala, they're not holding a grudge. I don't know.
Okay, it was
no consequences for her.
Harris, Newsom, Shapiro, Walls, Buttigieg.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I remember Buttigieg being behind Walls and being like, "Damn, poor Buttigieg."
I'm the only guy who sees the
guys.
magic in him. It seems, but
they don't want Walls. They don't want Buttigieg.
You know why they don't want Buttigieg?
Shapiro.
They can tell he's the bottom.
They can tell he's the bottom.
I don't think that's true.
If I'm going to vote for a
Have
gay
you seen
guy,
his husband?
He's going to be a top. Would you vote for a bottom? Disgusting.
I did.
If I'm going to vote for a gay man, he's going to be a proud, dominant top.
I saw a picture and it said, "This is what Republicans call a mandate," and it was the picture of the electoral college map, and it was like, "This is what the Democrats call a mandate," and it was Buttigieg and his husband in a rope swing.
Oh yeah, just having a mandate. I like that.
Little homophobia.
I see.
Just a little silliness. Just having a little fun online.
That's all. That's all. That's all. Just having fun,
dude. If they're smart, they're gonna run Shapiro.
I don't know who they should
I've changed my mind on Newsom. I just don't think that. I think it would be such a layup because so much of the country hates California and their regulations and rules and nonsense that it might be alienating to pull someone directly from there. But a Pennsylvania guy who seems to be largely, I saw his popularity ratings. He's not like really popular in Pennsylvania, but he's not unpopular. And there's 4 years to change it. And so like Shapiro seems like if they're trying to win, like a basic bitch neoliberal who can pay his like lip service to all the progressive nonsense, like Shapiro seems like the guy.
I think he's a good pick. It's going to be hard to be super popular in such a purple state like Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. Like who's pulling 70-80% popularity in a purple state?
True. Yeah. Nobody's going to.
Right.
I saw someone floating like Fetterman. I hope they get that guy up there and then he's like iPadding his way through a debate. That would be horrible.
Trump would unplug him. And Trump would unplug him. He messing with his screen.
Like maybe this is like overly simplistic, but I feel often like almost a good way to suss this out is to see what your opposition would fear most being put forward. And so like if you were a Democrat this electoral season, you wanted anybody but Donald Trump on that ticket because none of the other Republicans inspire that sort of turnout. Nobody. What, fucking DeSantis? No, none of these people. In the same way, I would infinitely rather have, Vance or whoever it is go up against Walls or Buttigieg. If it's Walls or Buttigieg, I'm like, oh, thank goodness. If it's Shapiro, I'm nervous. I'm worried. That guy's no idiot.
Have you seen Buttigieg much, like on Fox News?
I've watched enough of them, but like the end all be all of it is in order for Democrats to win, they have to court an enormous percentage of the black vote, which, blacks always end up going Democrat, but they need a big percentage of it. And they also need a lot of Hispanics and gay, like a gay man that alienates a huge swath of very religious black people and very religious Catholic Hispanics.
You might be right. And I also think about like white men, blue collar manufacturer environments, auto workers and such. They might also not be so down with a gay guy. So it's an issue. And I've said so many times, repeating or quoting Destiny, like, we can win without you, but we can't win with you. Can we just take this like trans person off the cover of the book? Right. I'm not saying we need to be bad on trans issues. Just stop making them the cover of the book. And with Buttigieg, maybe I'm doing what I said.
Yeah, playing into it again. Like,
right.
I think it's a difficult thing.
I just like him because I see him as the Fox News whisperer, right? He can go into the lion's den and get Fox people to applaud him. And I'm like, if you could do that, then you could actually win over people from the other side. You could actually possibly unite the country. This guy can sell his accomplishments if, he were to win and actually have some. We haven't had.
He oversaw that train derailment.
We haven't had a communicator from the Democratic side in a long time.
Yeah. One thing
I hope they pick Pete.
One thing I definitely saw this election cycle was nobody cares about Barack Obama anymore. Like he looked so weak at those speaking engagements. Like he couldn't control his own crowds. Like they get,
Dude,
come on now, calm down now. Come on now, quiet down. Please, quiet. Please. It was he lost complete control. And then I saw another one.
I am speaking.
I saw another one where he was.
That was pretty good.
He was just talking down to the black guys in the room. It was like, so if it's not this, it's not that. Why is it you don't want to vote for it? Let's talk about why you don't want to vote for a woman.
So I came to your barbershop today, talk to you about the election, and it's about time you guys put your full force behind Kamala Harris.
I like. By the
way, don't touch me. You're filthy.
I like it when Obama talks down to people. And maybe it does. Maybe it loses elections. But I see him being like, "Hey, I see you shouting at the other side, yelling at them in restaurants and stuff." It's like that's not the way to go. You got to listen and then make up your mind. You can't just yell all the time and be so close-minded. And I'm like, yeah, Barack, set him straight. You know, like I often like what he has to say, but you can't.
Yeah, but he's lost touch. Like what he says may or may not be right, but he's lost touch with like the electorate. He's lost touch with those rallies. The people that were showing up, like those weren't his people anymore. It was clear, like they didn't see him with the same reverence that even I guess I would see him as. Yeah.
Well, you also got to think that when he got traction was 20 years ago. So those people are no longer 20 years old anymore. They're 40 years old. And so like a lot happens when you go from 20 to 40, like economically and life and things happen. And sometimes you lose the luster of voting for somebody just because they have a certain characteristic, like being a woman or whatever. Maybe sometimes it's the substance of what it is that they're saying and their policy that you're like, well, you know what? Fuck this guy. Like
Obama lost that. He lost that panache, that je ne sais quoi they used to talk about with him. And do you remember when Bilbo had the ring when he was 11 years old? And then he lost the ring. And the next time Frodo sees him, he's like, "Oh, this guy's like 100 years older now."
Yep.
That happened with Barack Obama. I remembered him being like a really young looking guy. Like when he finished the presidency, I specifically remember thinking like, damn, like obviously this guy's way younger than a lot of other presidents still at the end, but like it really, he looks more than 8 years older, to be fair, but like he didn't take that like presidential destruction route that a lot of them take. But now it looks like all of that caught up. Like he went from looking virile and like lively to when I saw him talking in this election, he looks fucking old, dude.
You know what he needs?
He looks old and drained. And
he needs
and
that
sallow.
TikTok. He needs that guy on TikTok
mid-60s,
that
late
fixes
60s,
black people. Have you seen this guy on TikTok that does old homeless black people hair?
I'm wondering if he's taking lock and load.
He's early 60s.
63, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, he really aged a ton. Maybe out of stress. I don't know. Yeah. What would he have to be stressed about? I guess he wants his party to keep winning in the future, but like he's just, if I was a president and I was done, I would just, I would W.
I think he genuinely hates
out.
I think he genuinely hates Donald Trump though. And who knows what?
Well, he knows that part of this the impetus of this entire political arc that's largely undoing all of his political machinations when he was in office is a joke he told with Trump there. Like, and if you don't think that he thinks about that, you're crazy. Like
Trump ran for president before so much of it.
Not in a serious way, in like a fiddle fuck
ran
around
so
way.
Much harder that time though.
Well, he actually won. There's the clip now. Even then, even now, you can look at the clip where Obama's making fun of him and Trump's doing this smirk. Like, at least I will go down as a president.
Look,
pulling that kind of shit. Get on.